Again, part 2 coming right up. That is my inspiration piece, and there are some definite notes that I made since yesterday. Try and move that a little bit more into position. I'm going to zoom out, pick that up, see if I can get moving. So, I have a strip that's not in here. I want some more yellow above that. I want that strip to go all the way across, which might be quite the ask. We'll see how it feels. There's some beautiful little striations in here, which might be very hard to do, but I'm hoping that my spatula, my OXO Omelette Turning Flip and Fold spatula from Good Grips, will be able to dab a few things. In that event, not sure about the orange and stuff. These are colors I want to play with in here to see if I can get that to brighten up a little bit. But I have made up some Whispering Wind and some Chantilly lace and mixed them together somewhat to try and use to put in this blue strip here and the blue strip in between. So, because I'm here now, and because I can hopefully, I'm going to give it a try. Maybe not upside down for very long. I think I'm going to move that and get on with this. Put it someplace I can actually see it. So I like that blue. I'll try and recount the colors that I put in the dish if I use them. But I'm going to try and give myself, I think it's time to remove the cat hair. Yes! I'm not entirely sure how to do this, but starting is always a good place to think about things. And I do have a clean spatula, so if I get the color in place, I'll just use another spatula. I kind of want to have this in place before I attempt to put in the purple cloud. And I might just use some of this paint. I'm trying to see. As a base for making the purple. I wasn't sure about putting the pale blue over the yellow, and I'm still not 100%. But the only way to find out for me is really to try it. It's not like it's going to make green. And because the canvas is dry from yesterday, it means if I want to, I can wipe something off here or there. I'm going to try and grab the other spatula and do what I was thinking about doing. Because as long as I have a clean edge, this is the smaller version of the OXO Omelette Turning Flip and Fold spatula. It's on my Amazon link, right next to the larger one. It just has a shorter blade and less mass. And I suppose, really, realistically, I can just wipe it off. I don't know how long this will take me. Chances are possible that I could run out of time, because I'm a little nervous about doing this. This is really trying to follow a preordained or predetermined picture isn't as easy as just doing whatever I want. I am going to keep picking up paint though. There's also a white area right below that, so I might interrupt all of this with that. I think I love the way the sky came out in stage 1. It was nothing but sparkles. So I'm going to wipe off that spatula and get busy and put some Chantilly lace right in there. And that's going to be fine. I think that's going to be just fine. So I need to find the purple I want to use. And this violet rose is about the lightest purple I've got, and still dark enough. And it will dry darker because it's acrylics. And it looks like I'm going to use the short spatula. And it might need to be a little darker. I like the two tones of the purple together. And I might have shortchanged myself just a little bit. I also have a few too many bottles in my way. I don't think it really would have hurt anything to put a layer of Chantilly lace down, probably. But that's one of the reasons that I allowed the blue to stay in my mixing dish, because there's some Chantilly lace in there. And because I want it to be thinner in the middle, I think I'm going to do that. This is a nice wide area here. I'm not sure I can get this wrong because the colors are awesome. I mean, the drama is there. Definitely think I'm going to need some more Twilight, Rose Violet. And if I drip, which I should be more careful about, it's nice that the canvas is dry. I know I say that a lot, but I really do appreciate it. Especially when it comes to little stray things. So that's looking pretty good. And I'm going to try and keep following my instincts over here. I might not add any more yellow to that edge. It seems like a risk not worth taking. And I am going to use my fingers again, just to put some of that colored paint right down over the edge, because it will flatten out a little bit. Well, I don't know if that cloud is white enough, but I suppose even if I wanted to tomorrow, I could probably do another little bit of white. In the meantime, I'm going to wipe this off. Pull this up here a little ways. I still like it. So far so good. I think that's about the right amount on this side. Sans that little gap. Probably came from me sticking my finger in it. So now I do have purple on my spatula, but I don't think adding a little tiny tadpole of purple to the blue up there is going to make any difference. I might even like it better, and it might be a good thing for removing the greenish cast in the yellow that's dry underneath. Besides, I like purple a lot anyway, and there's nothing that says that I can't use literal artistic license. I have a window of opportunity until the paint starts to get gloppy. I want more purple across the center, I believe. I want to make sure I keep my fingernail out of there. I try and keep the spatula so level that sometimes my middle finger bounces off the same thing with the blue down here on my spatula. I'm not going to mind if I have a little something something. Shouldn't mind across the top either. I do see that I have a little bit of missing paint up there, which would encourage me to want to add a little tiny bit more of the midnight shadow, which I probably could have done later, but I preferred to do now. I see that thing that does not belong in there that wants to go away immediately. Where'd you go? There you are. Not leaving very easily. I'm wondering if that's a bubble or an object. In any case, it's time to think about and move about something in where the sun is. So I'm probably going to just show you this. Look and see if there's anything while I'm up here that I might want to fix along that edge. I really think it's mostly okay. Maybe even a little better than okay. I'm going to grab some blue because I just noticed my edge wasn't done. Same over here. I really want to put some white in there where the sun is. I think I'd like a nice sharp skewer and to make a plan right at the horizon line. You always tell me I have a steady hand, but right now it's not very steady. This is kind of the tool I'm thinking I might want to try. I want some darker red. I'm going to use the Orange Crush and Big Apple up there. It needs to be brighter than what's there though. That's my point. I've got some pink diamond and I'm happy to think that I'm going to get away with using some of it, because I love the idea of putting that in there. And it is right next to the Chantilly lace, which will thin it down somewhat and lighten it up somewhat. Just a little dollop of Orange Crush. On the dull end of my skewer. And that was the sour lemon with a dollop of Orange Crush in it. I've got a lot more red on this other side that I want. I do not generally use my fingers, except for to touch up the edges, of course. But for some reason today, I am compelled. I can't imitate it exactly. That's just not how I roll, I guess. But I can come closer than I came yesterday. And I have a white streak or two. I have some clouds. I don't know how well the Chantilly lace will convey to creating those white streaks, but I might just put some more in there and give it a shot. It's looking better than it was. I think what I want to do good question. I think what I want to do is put some yellow over there with my other colors. Start with the skewer. Be willing to clean up. Have a Q-tip handy that's wet, which might take me a second, but I might be overconfident in thinking I can get away with this. I'm liking how those stripes look, so I'm thinking I'm going to do the same thing over here. That was possibly the fastest 16 minutes ever. So in 2 minutes, I set the timer for a minute less than usual, so I'll know enough when I get distracted to be able to still talk to you. I have to remind myself I can't be disappointed that I can't replicate this exactly, because that's really, if I give the impression, that's all I really need to do. But I'm liking the hot orchid and the Chantilly lace in there on top of the red, which was yesterday's poinsettia and possibly big apple. I've got a greenish sunbeam up there. I definitely want more white. Or in this case, Chantilly lace. Before it all sets up on me. I think I'm nearly done. I may do some things like touch up the striations in the top with some more midnight shadow. Lots of times I like using my tile. This is definitely one of those times. I think it would be easier for me to get it off than get it on. Especially if I want to prove my Q-tip point. There's my last 2 minutes. So I want to make sure, am I done enough? You know what? Why tempt fate? On the other hand, I see I want some more of this purple, and I don't feel like wasting it, so. I'm just going to grab it and put it in there. Because I can, the name of my first book on the Amazon link, next to my second book. My Amazon link is on the link tree. Everything is on my link tree. If you guys would like to help me out, I haven't been doing a monthly drawing lately, but I am offering contributors to help keep the studio rolling a 15-minute free consultation. I think I want a little more right there. Do I want any more in the middle? I see there's a sort of a fluffy spot. That makes it more interesting. That's much darker over there. But I want to be able to shimmer this at you. I also want to straighten out my sunspot, which may or may not get a little tiny dose of yellow. It looks so white right there. Just makes me want to put a little bit of yellow.